Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle, and welcome to Wheels of Fury. It's episode 21, and you know, we could talk about topics about other stuff besides what we usually talk about, but this week in wrestling was pretty impactful. First off, talk about Raw and Smackdown. It was not a really good show. I'm trying to remember what was all happening. No, yeah. Enzo and Cass. We had another speech from Jason Jordan, which, if he's a good wrestler, but I think if he's gotta have a better character than what he does now. I don't know. It's just kind of boring. But again, he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that they came out now as Jason Jordan as Kurt Angle's son, you would think that they would keep him doing the same stuff that he was doing when he was with Chad Gable at American Alpha, like doing all the suplexes and all this other stuff. But it seems now that they sent as Kurt Angle's son, they've gone away from that because I guess they don't want mention of, Jason Jordan's moves being similar to Kurt Angle's moves because of this whole thing about Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's son. But I mean, that's what made Jason Jordan such a good wrestler, was the fact that he did all these suplexes, all these powerful moves, and it really made him a standout wrestler. But now it seems like, now that they've gone the route of Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's son, they're trying to steer Jason Jordan in a different direction so that they're not having Jason Jordan being compared to Kurt Angle. They want Jason Jordan to be his own individual competitor.
And I was just thinking, a shot every time Keller says Jason Jordan. No, but seriously, that's the thing, is the match, and I can't remember, it was last week who he was facing, but he did the thing where he tore the straps down and just went crazy. It was almost too much like Kurt Angle. And it's like, okay, we get it. He's the son of Kurt Angle, but he's got to be his own character. You can't just adopt Kurt Angle's attitude.
Well, no. See, that's where it can go wrong, because Jason Jordan was doing that long before Kurt Angle. They even came out with this whole storyline, if you will, about Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's son.
Okay, well, I don't remember him ever doing that for some reason.
It was like Jason Jordan went to a different place and a different mindset.
Yeah, okay.
Went into, got more intense, and they'd pull down the straps, and then he'd hit the shoulder tackle, and then in the corner, and then it'd be the grand amplitude, which is the American Alpha's finisher.
Yeah.
Now, when Jason Jordan had that match with Kurt Hawkins, he did like a back suplex into a neck breaker for like a finisher, which was different. It was interesting.
Yeah. And you know, who knows? I heard that they're going to try to get Chad Gable over to Raw. For some reason or another, they're gonna try to do that. And my thought was,
Why?
well, no, but my thought, well, okay. If Kurt Angle was coming back to Raw, I would have preferred him on SmackDown because you had American Alpha, and why the fuck you broke them up, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is Kurt Angle came back and mentored the two.
He could have, yeah.
That would have made more sense, but they went with the general manager thing.
Yes.
That's fine and good. Now that Jason Jordan is on Raw, let's see how this goes. I wasn't on board with it at first. I thought it was kind of lame, especially when I'm looking at my IMDb. But
yeah,
you know, I think it's kind of okay. How far do you want to go with this?
right.
You know, I was pissed off in the beginning. You know, comparing it to McMahon and Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think, you know what? Let's see how this goes. You know, and who knows, maybe give him a title shot with whatever, whoever.
Right.
Let's see what happens, because he's the next top guy, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll probably take a little bit before Jason gets to a level where he can be a viable contender for a championship, but you can bet your bottom dollar it's gonna happen at some point.
So let's talk about something that really pissed me off on Raw. Big Show versus Cass.
Oh yes, of course.
You know, it's one of those things where I actually had to leave because I was so fed up with this whole bullshit. You have Big Show and Cass, and you got Enzo. We're still going with this Enzo and Cass bullshit thing.
Yeah.
So there's like a 3-on-1 match or something. This Big Show versus...
Yeah, it's just Big Show
versus Cass with Enzo and Big Show's corner. Okay, whatever. Why the fuck do you want to see Enzo jump Cass? Like fucking...
Yeah.
Like a toddler, like... You know, you look like a fucking toddler just trying to blind somebody from doing something. It was pathetic, and you're making Enzo look pathetic. That's all there is to it. And the fact is, you have to, well, for what rumors are, you've got to put him on 205 or right back to NXT. Maybe 205. He's as big as he's big enough to qualify for that.
Yeah.
They're not fucking doing anything with him here.
No.
And that's the whole point of them breaking up, because you weren't putting a title on both of them. With Cass, I don't know what they're going to do with him after this.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with Enzo. They're probably not going to do shit with Enzo. They have to do something with the two. You know, it's frustrating because you broke up a team that was still fresh.
Yeah.
You fucking morons! And now we're nowhere. We're lost. I feel lost. I don't know about you.
Enzo needs to be somewhere where he can get a viable push.
Yeah.
Kaz, I'm sure, like we've seen before, Kaz can do quite well on his own.
Yes.
And I'm sure Enzo can too. It just seems to be maybe Raw isn't the best fit for him.
No.
Go over to SmackDown, it'd probably work. Go to 205 Live, tons of potential there. Go back to NXT, potential. I don't know if he'd end up being a champion in NXT, but he's got potential. Maybe the best place for Enzo to be would more than likely have to be 205.
Yeah, I guess so.
Although you don't really technically see Enzo as a cruiserweight.
No.
He'd fit the bill much better than where he's going now.
Oh yeah, they've done nothing with him. He's got the same goofy personality. You know, they want to build him as a tough guy, but he's a goofball. So basically, they have to do something with him, or change his character, because they're not fucking doing it.
Well, if you did change Enzo's character, what would you do with it?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
Enzo being this carefree, fun-loving goofball is what's worked for him for so long. If you did make him more of a legitimate badass, so to speak,
Yeah.
how would you go about it? What would you do with it? Where would you take it?
So you got that. That was a shit match. You know, you still have Nia Jax. What was it this week? Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax squashed Emma,
Yes.
which I heard a lot of bad things about Emma. I didn't really care. Like, I liked her in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they turned her heel, whatever. But the whole Emma bullshit was just awful, fucking awful.
Yeah.
They said that she was a push part and didn't want to do the gimmick, so that's why she came out and said, "No, I'm just being Emma." Okay, fuck you then. They're not doing anything with her either.
No.
I don't even know if she was ever a Divas champion.
No, I don't think she was.
So they're not doing dick all with Emma, and that's sad because she's been around forever. You know, I think they need to do something right now, and otherwise, kick her out and
Yeah.
put her yeah, kick her out. Maybe she can go to Impact or Ring of Honor, or maybe not Ring of Honor, but somewhere where she can be fucking used properly, because she's not being used properly. And if she is, then why aren't you giving her a title shot? Because she obviously do now.
I think one of the biggest problems with Emma is she hasn't had a substantial run with a character other than the character she had when she first came in. You know, this kind of bubbly,
Yeah.
fun-loving Australian girl with a funky dance that kind of went over, but then when they turned her heel, they ran with that for a little bit, and then they decided, hey, let's do this Evelina thing where we make her this extremely hot chick, and, fans will fall in love with her, and blah, 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 blah. And then when it finally came time for the debut, which fucking took forever, it was one night.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I'm going to be Emma now. Good night, mates. Okay, you're fucking stupid. Anyways, so yeah, Nia Jax squashed Emma. Fantastic, another wrestler that needs to be fucking pushed. She's a second generation, for fuck's sakes. Now I'm scrambling my words. Because, she's been in the business now for at least 3 years, I think, or whatever. She needs that push.
Tamina?
No, Nia Jax. Well, we didn't talk.
Yeah, Nia Jax. She's been in the WWE for at least 3 years or so. She needs a championship. Bottom line.
Yeah.
She's been pushed to championship matches, but never won a damn thing. WWE, come on, do something with this woman.
It's not, yeah. I mean, Tamina, basically they're not gonna do anything with her. I don't know. What else happened on Raw that I'm trying to remember? See, Raw wasn't as good as it could have been, but I'm trying to think, you know.
Yeah. What was it? Hardys and
Oh,
Gallows and Anderson?
yeah, and the Revival came in there at some point.
Yeah. Or maybe it was the Revival and Gallows and Anderson and the Hardys. Anyway, they're setting up a kind of a three-way feud with those three teams.
If they have a three-way match at SummerSlam, I'd be fucking down with that. I mean, everyone's always saying, "Oh, when are the Hardys gonna be broken? When are they?" Who gives a fuck? That was in TNA. This is WWE. If you're gonna harp on that, and when if they do get broken, then that doesn't mean anything anymore. And besides, there's subtle hints.
Oh yeah.
Not subtle hints, but there's like bits and pieces of that gimmick. So then, you know what? I really enjoy that team, and since they've came back, they've seemed to be a lot better. Sheamus and Cesaro, I think, are a hell of a tag team. I really like them. I think that they're doing really good as they're still the tag team champions.
They got the titles back from the Hardys in a cage match. Their Extreme Rules, I think it was.
See, so they're the champions again.
Yeah.
They're really cool as a heel team. And then you get DIY, or not DIY, Revival.
Yes.
Who I think are fucking cool. Like they're like old school. They're very no flips, just fists.
Yeah.
It's very cool to see how they operate. And if there's gonna be a three-way match at SummerSlam, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Now, would there be a good stipulation? Well, who knows? I mean, it's just a three-way dance, so it's nothing. I mean, it could be. Who knows? We've already had a steel cage match and a ladder match with the Hardys. Well, what more can you do, really?
Yeah.
A three-way Hell in a Cell tag team match. That would be kind of...
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'd be up for that, for sure. So, SummerSlam's looking to be really good, too.
Yeah.
Bailey versus Alexa Bliss.
For the Women's Championship.
For the Women's Championship. Again, SummerSlam. And as much as some people harp on Alexa Bliss, she's a very good heel at what she does. I love the character. I obviously think she's hot as hell. You've got Bailey, who is trying really hard, but not getting anywhere. And then I've harped on that a lot. But she is trying to get better, at least. So who knows what SummerSlam's gonna hold for her.
Yeah. And hopefully when they have this match at SummerSlam, it's not as much of an embarrassment as it was fucking at Extreme Rules with that Singapore Kane on a pole match.
Yeah. And then you get the Monsters five-way... Four-way match. We got Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar. So that should be a good match. They keep having interviews as I see them during the week. I don't have the channel for Raw or Smackdown, so I always go up to Kyle's.
Yeah.
I end up missing half the show, unfortunately. Sorry, I don't know what the beginning is. But from what I see, it's they talk about doing, or they just talk in the ring.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I can't remember what all happened But it's gonna be a good match, and I can't wait to talk about it for our SummerSlam review. And then we head on to Smackdown, unless we're missing something else.
Oh, I'm sure there's quite a few things that we haven't talked about, but not like it really matters.
But Smackdown was fucking awesome. Which, you know, as AJ Styles would say, you know, Smackdown makes him, Raw takes him.
Yeah, really.
And he's right. But I will say this, SmackDown was fucking awesome this week. You had a really good match with John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Indeed.
And, quite a botch.
I don't know if it was a botch or it was just one of those things where the landing was... the landing looked more painful than what it actually was. Because, I mean, after it happened, Cena seemed like he was okay, like it didn't really hurt that much. Basically what it was Shinsuke Nakamura went for his patented reverse exploder suplex, and instead of Cena flipping over on his stomach, he landed on the back of his head, and his neck, and his shoulders, and basically folded up like an accordion.
Yeah.
And one thing that I seen not that long ago was somebody had got a snippet of a clip of Nakamura and Cena when they were they shook hands at the end of the match, and you could clearly see Nakamura say to Cena, "I'm sorry," and Cena says, "Don't be sorry." So it was basically Nakamura saying, like, "I'm sorry for throwing you in the back of your head like that," and Cena's like, "Nah, don't worry about it."
Well, I mean, and that's awesome. It's nice to... Well, A, it's nice to see Cena go, like, get somebody over.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yes.
And B, it's nice to see that Cena wasn't pissed off about that, because I honestly think that it was his fault. And because if you're going to do a move like that, you have to make sure your head's a certain way. And I just don't think he protected himself that well.
Well, see, when you've got a guy that's 220 pounds, I'll call it, trying to do an inverted exploder suplex on a guy that's 250 pounds, yeah, if you do it right, it looks awesome. If you try to do it right and something happens, you know, somebody could get seriously injured, but luckily it looked like Cena was fine. He didn't get hurt badly or anything, so,
Yeah.
which is fine, but I mean, I think Nakamura having not done something like that on a guy the size of Cena, and Cena not having taken something like that before, is why the move ended up the way it ended up. But I mean,
Well, it is what it is. It was a good match.
yeah.
But I can't believe I'm saying this either. I much rather would have saw Cena versus Jinder. Because again, you know, Cena's all about America, so it got the American guy versus the Indian guy.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been cool. Then he would have had Baron Corbin cash in on the winner of the two.
Yeah.
And then have a feud with Shinsuke and Baron. So that would have been cool, but in any case, it's actually really cool to see a Japanese guy in the WWE headline WrestleMania SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that was a good match. And, oh shit, what else happened on Smackdown?
Well, they had the United States Championship rematch again with AJ and Owens.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know who won that match because I went outside.
Yeah, Chris Jericho came back. Oh, that was last
That
week.
was the week before.
Right, okay. Now we're gonna fucking wrestle at SummerSlam! Are you deaf yet?
No, but I don't think I want to be.
AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens once a fuck again. Wow. You know, okay, I get it. Okay. No, actually I don't get it. The fact of the matter is, keep
He's so pissed off he can't get his words straight. You take that.
yeah, you take over. I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah. Owens and AJ, yes, they've had good matches. Yes, they've been trading the US title back and forth. But I mean, can we go somewhere with it other than AJ, Owens, AJ, Owens? Like, okay, have somebody win the championship, be the champion, and move on.
This is not how you make a title relevant.
This is how you make a title
Like
a joke.
Yeah, it's far better than
Not as much.
stealing the title.
Yeah, not as much of a joke as, somebody stealing the title and, running around with it saying, "Oh, I'm the champion, yay me!" and fucking all that
fucking
shit.
move on. Oh, Christ. I can't, I don't like... Okay, we had the Mr. America, Kevin Owens, whatever, bullshit.
Yeah.
Get AJ Styles. He needs the fucking belt. Kevin Owens fucking had it. And now, AJ Styles has it. Let's keep the fucking belt on AJ Styles and have him face somebody else at SummerSlam. But no, we have to have it again because apparently some people have Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, dementia, whatever the fuck else.
Sami Zayn, for example. In fact, I don't even know what they're going to do with him.
Yeah.
Because he just had a match with Mike Kanellis. And they fucking beat him.
Yes.
Which is a surprise. So, throw him in the mix.
Yeah.
Fuck, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Mike Kanellis. I just gave you a fatal 4-way match. But, no, we still had to have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. Fuck off. The Intercontinental Championship isn't that bad. We talk about the U.S. title changing hands. What a fucking, disgrace.
Yeah.
So, the fact of the matter is, the U.S. Championship needs a better push. Fuck off with the whole AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. We need to move on.
Yeah, give it a rest.
You have much more fucking talent. But you don't utilize it.
Yeah, I know. It seems to be lately the talent roster on both. Well, Raw seems to be lackluster showcase.
Like, yeah.
Like, not showcased as well as it should be. As far as, like,
unfortunately.
the U.S. title. Well, U.S. titles on Smackdown, but I mean, still.
Yeah. So, there it is. And the fact of the matter is we get these championships and they don't mean anything anymore. But then you go to NXT, and NXT was a much better fucking show.
Yeah, NXT doesn't dick around with its champions.
It's a wrestling show.
Yeah, or their championships. They have somebody be a champion, they defend their championship, and then when it comes time for them to lose the championship, they lose it in a legitimate fashion to a viable opponent. None of this hot potato. None of this stealing. None of this gamesmanship. This child's play. It's you earn the championship, you win the championship, and you defend it, and you go from there.
The fact, we're not even going to talk about the X Division Championship.
Because that's just a stupid thing.
Yeah. And you know what? Bruce Pritchard, I don't care how long you've been in the fucking business. You're a fucking idiot for even allowing, what's his face?
Such a stupid thing to happen to Trevor Lee.
To Trevor Lee and giving him the fucking title. Thank you, fuck you, bye. The whole product. And I didn't even watch TNA this week and I heard it was shit. No wonder. The show is fucking, you're losing half your guys. Look at NXT, Well, actually, it's more or less Ring of Honor guys now. Because Bobby Fish made his debut. Or
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly recently made his debut.
Bobby Fish was before that. But yeah, I mean, fucking Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, Mike Kanellis.
Mike Bennett, Mary Kanellis.
Yes.
Fucking Samoa Joe. AJ Styles, Austin Aries, well, he's gone now. Once again.
Thank you, fucking bye.
Exactly. This is. It's funny because back in the day, you had. Well, let's talk about that first before I even say it. You were talking about the whole thing with someone wrote something.
Yeah. There was a video I seen of a wrestling radio show, or I think it was, and they were talking about Mike Kanellis and how since he's been in WWE, he's kind of fallen flat with his character and winning and that. But I mean, the guy hasn't even been in the WWE for not even a month yet, I don't think. And he's already being bashed. Well, give the guy a chance and we'll see how far it goes. But one of the things that I found interesting was there was a fan that tweeted to Mike Kanellis and said, "Oh, you were a chump in TNA and now you're a chump in WWE." And Mike just responded with, "Well, yeah, but at least I get paid and I get a solid paycheck." And then Matt Hardy chimed in with, "Yeah, at least you get a paycheck on a regular basis." And so to me, what that indicated was issues with payment and kind of issues with management and, whatever the fuck the problem was, that I guess wrestlers weren't getting paid properly and they weren't getting paychecks on a regular basis. It was just kind of like a, we'll pay you when we want to pay you kind of thing or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it just seemed to be the reason why guys started leaving TNA and going to WWE, NXT, Raw, Smackdown, whatever, was because one, they didn't want to stop wrestling, they wanted to continue wrestling, and instead of going to the independent scene or going anywhere else, they decided to go to WWE, and they wanted a steady paycheck instead of, oh, we'll pay you, in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. I'm not sure what exactly it is, the pay regimen for WWE, but from that little retort to a tweet by Mike Kanellis and then a chime in from Matt Hardy. See, it was very interesting. Just have insight as to kind of why both Matt and Jeff left TNA to come back to WWE after 7 years, and then have Mike and Maria come to WWE. All basically over fucking money, essentially.
And you know, it's interesting to me because back in the day, we had WWF guys join WCW because
More money,
and you know, unfortunately, guys like Roddy Piper and Bret Hart and even Ultimate Warrior fucked themselves over because yes, they were getting paid more money, but their characters weren't being utilized properly.
And then WCW eventually went out of business.
Yeah, so it's difficult because now we're seeing that whole exchange. You had, like, Aaron Rex went to TNA, don't know where he is now.
Yeah, really.
They fucked his character over, unfortunately, as well. But you're not regretting Damien Sandow.
Yeah, exactly.
You have guys like Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, El Generico. You've got Tommaso Ciampa, Austin Aries, Samoa Joe. Even guys like Seth Rollins, who was Tyler Black. All these guys came from Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro, who was
Claudio Casanova.
Claudio Casanova, you know. And
Casanova, who was
Chris Hero.
Jinx.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was for Bugs. The Punch Boogie?
Well, I've never played that before.
But, yeah.
And now you got, and then you also got guys like Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah.
And Mauro and Seth MacFarlane Jr.
Mauro Ronaldo.
Yeah. So, but also, I just found out a couple weeks ago that, what the fuck can I know? Dave Corino.
There, yeah.
And apparently Jimmy Jacobs as well are on the WWE staff. Well, they're road crew or whatever.
Yeah. Agents or producers
agents,
or
yes.
something like that.
And so it's really cool to see that. You know, I don't want to see Ring of Honor go out of business, nor do I want Impact to go out of business, although they're kind of fucking things up.
Mm.
But also, you have Ali and all those guys also on the new show Smash. Check it out. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, Canada gets one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's really cool. And WWE, it's only a matter of time before we get Adam Cole, baby!
Or even Big Mike.
Big Mike! Unbreakable Michael Elgin. Well, he's actually on Smash.
Yeah.
But he's also, he is also doing a lot of stuff. Like,
Yeah, I heard he went to Japan for a little bit.
He was in New Japan. He was on CMLL.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was CMLL.
Yeah.
He might have also done fucking AAA.
Possibly.
But speaking of AAA, and this is another rumor I mentioned in our last episode, Johnny Mundo, who I have no respect for, is coming to Impact with Taya, who's a veteran of AAA, I want to say. She was on Team Canada for AAA with Casey Spinelli and Ali, I want to say. So, let's see if they will come on the show, and that'll be interesting. But, yeah, so you look at that, and, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to see. You talked about the lawsuit with Billy Corgan. Should have stayed in Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
No wonder I heard that he's so hard to work with. Anyways.
Nice.
Okay, go.
Yeah. was in the process of talking about Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan. And it seemed to be that, they made, well, Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan had a partnership going. Of course, Dixie was the president at the time, and then Billy Corgan was kind of just their talent relations or whatever. I don't even remember. But then they had made Dixie Carter the chairman, but of course she's a woman, so I don't know why they didn't go fucking chairwoman title anyway. And made Billy Corgan president of the company. And then there's this whole shit fiasco with the lawsuit and everything, and then all of a sudden you don't see Dixie Carter or Billy Corgan, and then here's fucking Bruce Pritchard and Dutch Mantel and Karen Jarrett, and I guess they're the ones that are right now in charge of Impact Wrestling. And it's a real shame that such a good pairing can end up being a shit fest because of, I guess, one person having an ego or whatever and not getting what they want, so they file a lawsuit against a person or against a company. And it's like, people, it's 2017, not fucking 1987. Get your shit together and find a way to deal with your problem other than going to fucking court over it.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Billy Corgan just basically needs to go back to the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, no kidding.
They haven't done shit since, so.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to them? Did they just fucking split and that was it?
Well, Billy Corgan's really hard to work with.
I can tell, obviously, by what I just fucking said, but I mean, like, Jesus.
Well, yeah, because, they were a big band in the 90s, and then they all broke up, and apparently, they got back together, but it was just Billy Corgan and a bunch of other guys, and so, well, you just proved my point. Yeah,
Billy Corgan's a fucking dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But he is a huge wrestling fan, so there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I was thinking, maybe Allie and, like, where's Allie going now? Like, she's with,
Braxton Sutter.
Braxton Sutter, I don't even know what they're doing with those two. No. Braxton should have a title push at some point. I have no idea what's going on with that. I don't even want to talk about the X Division Championship.
Yeah. I think we've had a sufficient rant for tonight. Let's not have another one go on.
Oh, they're therapeutic. But like I said, I have not watched Impact. I really enjoyed NXT. Monday Night Raw was like, but also, that being said, Smackdown was pretty good. And, it was really enjoyable. It's funny how we did this 21st episode here, one in the living room and one in my room.
Yeah.
But we'll do others. SummerSlam is coming up soon.
Yes.
Should be interesting. We'll definitely do a review for that, and NXT
Takeover Brooklyn.
Takeover
3rd.
Brooklyn. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Once again, please send in your questions. If you have any questions.
Yeah.
We could still talk about spina bifida. We should do an episode of that, actually. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do any other pay-per-view ideas,
Yeah.
We could do that. We can do anything. But still, send in your questions.
Yeah.
Hashtag Wheels of Fury. It's
Simple.
it's that simple. Come on, we could have had that for our 20th episode, but whatever.
Yeah, I think we might have fucked up with that because, like we said, send in your questions, hashtag Wheels of Fury, but didn't really give or tell them where to send the questions.
Yeah, I know.
to.
I have my own thing on Twitter, and didn't put my name down at first, so it is Metalhead674 or at Metalhead674 on Twitter. You can ask questions on YouTube. Yeah, just do that. It'll be fun. I hope and we'll do other stuff too, like maybe one day do it about summer. Who knows? Summer's not over yet.
No.
But anyways, do you have anything else before we wrap this baby up?
One thing I thought of that we haven't talked about yet is looks like they're building up the rivalry between Asuka and Ember Moon pretty good so far.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to mention too. Yeah, these two went at it before, and Ember Moon got injured. This week, Asuka came out, and I'm guessing her formal attire came out, did the drunk dance, comes in, and does the same thing. Nobody's ready for Asuka.
I beat Ember Moon once, I'll beat her again. Nobody's ready for Asuka, and then Ember comes out and trying to prove that she's ready for Asuka and ready for another match against her and determined to be NXT Women's Champion. And then the two of them come to blows, and Asuka knocks Ember out of the ring, and it's like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be another shit show of Asuka being dominant and whatever when they have their match. And then you see fucking Ember come off the top rope and hit Asuka with the Eclipse. And, there's Asuka laid out in the ring, and there's the title ever so nicely propped up, facing the right way. And, of course, Ember's squatting down in front of it, and it looks like she wants to pick up the title, but she's hesitant too because there's, I guess, superstition or whatever is if you hold the title before you have a match for the championship, you're more than likely going to lose the match. And so she's like, no, I'm going to get that when I earn it.
And that is very, very refreshing, I'm sick of these wrestlers before the go-home show. The challenger always picks up the title, always touches the title, and then you go, well, okay, he fucked himself or herself. For the pay-per-view, this was cool because she knows, and that's what a lot of people need to learn, is don't pick up the title. It's not yours. You have to earn it.
Yeah, it's like, you could see she badly wanted to pick up the title, but she also knew, like, if I do this, it could potentially screw things out. I could potentially screw things out for myself and end up losing the match to Asuka and not getting the championship.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But it's going to be a good match. Again, they've went at it. There's a lot of people that weren't on NXT for a while.
Yeah.
Eric Young, still looking... I still have to figure out where he is. I don't know what happened to him. Like, there's no sign of where he is. I think that Sanity and Author's Pain is going to be a really good match.
Yes.
I mean, they both cut very good promos.
Yeah.
And Paul Ellering knows his shit.
No, yeah.
So, I'm very impressed. Also, okay, so it's going to be Drew Galloway versus Robert Roode for the NXT. I know I just said their TNA names. for the NXT championship. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But also you had it was gonna be an interview with Bobby Roode, and who should come out but Roderick Strong. I seriously hope that they don't make it a triple threat. I think that Drew Galloway is due for a match by himself, and then have another match with Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode. But for now, let's see Drew Galloway and Bobby Roode, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been an interesting week, and there'll be more to come. Like I said, we'll do SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Probably, we'll hopefully do it outside, maybe. Or I just spoiled that, didn't I? I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
No. But we'll do something. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else you wanna say, or?
Hopefully, Impact won't be as shitty as it's speculated to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, people have their opinions.
Oh, I know.
And I'm not one to listen to other people, but I do know that Impact can be a shit show.
It can.
Mm-hmm.
But, with what they've got going on currently with Patron and his family and LAX, and whatever the fuck they're gonna do with Grado and Congo Kong and Lola Van Ness and
Allie and Serena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gone pretty good so far, so I mean...
Yeah, so far so good. Again, I'm happy with them bringing out AAA guys.
Yeah.
And guys from other promotions.
Yes.
Drago and Garza Jr. and La Mascaras. All those guys, I'm happy to see that. Also believe that Alberto joined forces with the military guys. I can't remember their names. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
LAX apparently, like you said, LAX apparently is going to get a new member.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
No.
I think it could be someone like Rey Mysterio. That I don't know if that's a possibility. I don't know how believable he would be as a heel.
Yeah, I don't know how well that go over.
Well, no, he was a heel in WCW, but I digress. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to see that, though. I'm looking forward to that episode, but this episode, not so much. Anyways, so for Wheels of Fury, I mean Matt, Killer Kyle, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Later.